Hi there, this is Mark Ferguson with Invest for More. I'm standing outside my 1999 Lamborghini Diablo VT. This is an Alpine Edition. They made 12 of these. No special performance parts, but it had an upgraded Alpine stereo, backup camera, a few extra carbon fiber pieces, and this is number 4 of 12. They also made about half of these in this Monterey blue, which is the favorite part about this Lamborghini for me. Car has about 25,000 miles on it. I bought it spring 2014. It's now almost September 2015. When I bought it, it had about 22,000 miles on it. Well, I definitely drive it. Love this car. 530 horsepower V12. Got it from Katz Exotics up in Washington State, Seattle area. Fantastic dealer for used Lamborghinis if you ever need one. But I'll show you a little bit more of the inside, the engine, and we'll start this guy up in just a little bit. Okay, so it has the classic Lamborghini doors, the scissor doors. Push down, pull up. They raise up like that. There's your access to the interior. It's a little tricky getting into them, but not too bad. There's definitely a lot more room in these cars than the Countach or even the earlier Diablos. It's a snowcorn interior with blue piping. Of course, the 5-speed gated shifter. I have my blue towel over there to put my golf clubs in the passenger seat because that's the only place they'll even come close to fitting. I'll show you. When you get in the car, you're gonna go butt first, one leg in, and swing your other leg over. I'm about 6'1". I have size 14 shoes, and I fit just fine in this car. No problems at all. I've sat in a Countach before, an Anniversary. It was tight, but I did fit. My head was kind of jammed up against the ceiling. On this car, I've got at least an inch of headroom, plenty of leg room. The pedals are a little tight if I'm wearing work shoes, but not too bad. You can see no glove box. The only storage is right here. Push the button. You've got a little compartment there for some papers and stuff. Seat belts are in the inside, which is unique. Rear visibility. It's really not too bad. People complain about Lamborghinis and how you can't see. Yes, there's these giant pillars that give you blind spots, but straight out the back it's not too bad. And on my mirrors, you can see they call them little granny mirrors. Someone put the secondary circle mirror on there. Huge help seeing in my blind spot. Really helps me out a ton. There's the stereo. Came with the pop-up DVD screen, backup camera, all kinds of nifty stuff for $19.99. Speedometer, all that good stuff. Now we'll take a look at the engine. Alright, to open up the engine cover, you just pull this latch right here, it releases, and then pop it up, and it swings right up. Like I said, I just washed the car, so still got some water dripping on it. Here's the best part of this car, the 5.7 liter V12. Naturally aspirated, no turbos, superchargers, or anything. 530 horsepower. Sounds just so beautiful when you get on it. Great car. As far as maintenance goes, of course it's going to be more expensive than your average car. I just had the 2-year 7,500 mile service done. It was about $1,000 at the local Lamborghini dealership, and they're going to be a little more expensive than some smaller shops as long as they're qualified to work on the Lamborghini. I just found out my front shocks need replaced. They've been leaking. Lamborghini of Denver quoted me $8,900 to fix those. Part of the reason is the car has a lifting system You can push a button on the inside and the front end will lift up about 3 inches to give you clearance over bumps. Because as you can see, there's not a whole lot of room there. But you have to rebuild that lifting system when you replace the shocks. So luckily I found a local shop who works on Lamborghinis. The guy who owns the shop has multiple Diablos, and he said he can replace those shocks for about 1/3 the cost of the dealer. Oh, let's get it started. As you can see, it's pretty loud. Hard to get up close to it. Does have an aftermarket exhaust on it, but it was installed by the factory or by the dealer. From what I've heard, about half the Diablos had that because they're so quiet coming from the factory. So we'll let it warm up a while. That's one thing, you always want to let these cars warm up, get the fluids moving before you start revving them, before you start driving them hard. So we'll let it warm up a little bit, then I'll give it a few revs. There's a quick rev up to 7,000 RPMs. Try not to make my neighbors too mad. I know you can't tell in the video, but it's a very loud car, and you can hear it from very, very far away. So we'll take it on a little drive here soon. All right, we're gonna go on a short test drive in the Diablo after driving the Countach. The first interesting thing on the Diablo is I can raise up the front about 2 inches, 3 inches to go over bumps, so I don't scrape the front bumper spoiler. It's an extremely low car. Then you can raise it back down, or after you hit about 35 it lowers itself automatically. Compared to the Countach, I have a ton more room in the Diablo. I'm about 6'1", and in the Countach, I had to be crunched down with my butt way forward in the seat to avoid not smashing my head against the roof. I fit, but it wasn't exactly comfortable. In the Diablo, I mean, if I stretch myself all the way up as tall as I can hit the roof, but it's way more room. And this car is 10 years newer, it's a 99, that Countach was a 89. Really a world of difference in the drivability. The Countach is a cool car. I mean, you're buying it for looks, for, you know, great sounds, rarity, possibly an investment. The Diablo is much more of a driving car. Much easier clutch to use, more power. I actually think my Diablo sounds a lot better than the Countach. It's just got a deep growl to it that I've really never heard before in a car. And the Diablo is faster too. The Diablo was the first car to hit 200 miles an hour, the first production car, stock. buying the rarity and the investment value of it. And I really like to drive my cars and have fun with my cars. And I would almost be scared to take it out or drive it anywhere unless I just had $1 billion and didn't care. So for the time being, I love my Diablo. It's a fun car. You definitely can't be too shy when you have it. You get lots of looks. Every time I stop at the gas station, about 5 people come over to talk to me about it. It's really a lot of fun. And it's such a beautiful car. I don't get too many, dirty looks or bad reactions from it like some people might think you would. Really, it's 95% just good reactions, people smiling, people asking questions, having fun with the car. So, I like this car. I love it. It's more comfortable. It's roomier. My knees aren't jammed up against the steering wheel, and my head isn't smashed against the roof. So for right now, I think we'll stick with the Diablo. But seeing the Countach, seeing those other cars definitely was an awesome experience. Put some goals in my head for some future motivation for sure. I really like the Ford GT. I can't get that out of my head. It's just such an awesome car. But we'll see what happens. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the video on the Diablo. Just want to send a quick message here before I end it. A lot of people ask me what I did, how I was able to afford the car, and the truth is it was real estate. I've flipped houses over my career. I'm a real estate agent. I've bought many rental properties, and just kind of bringing it all together, creating multiple businesses. I've been very successful, and that's allowed me to buy the Diablo. And I'm not done with the Diablo either. I've got many plans for some more cars. Have to get a little more successful first before I can buy too many. But love the car. It's awesome. It's the dead of winter in Colorado right now, so I wish I could drive it more, but I can't, unfortunately, because we've got a ton of snow out there. But yeah, if you want more information on real estate, I have many articles on my blog, investformore.com. I've got many videos on this YouTube channel on investing, before and after videos of my properties too. So be sure to subscribe. Appreciate it if you like my videos, and I'm always willing to respond to some comments if you have any questions. Thanks a lot.